Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to understand how to send hundreds or thousands emails at once. So this is an integration between Google Sheets to Gmail. So let me take you ahead with this. So trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation and integration will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. In a workflow, you can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So here to completely automate this entire process, our trigger application will be scheduled by Pabbly and our action applications will be Google Sheets and Gmail. So here let's assume that I have a supermart and I maintain my customer data in a Google Sheet. So my objective is to send a special Saturday sale email to my customers on every Saturday. So now to do this, here I need to build an integration between these applications to completely automate this entire process. So let's integrate and automate with Pabbly Connect. So now to begin with the process, this here is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. But if you are a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. Now this here is the all applications page by Pabbly. So here I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on access now to reach my dashboard. So this here is my dashboard, and to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this create workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I need to give my workflow a name. So here I've named it as send thousands of emails with Gmail, and on my left hand side you can see these are the folders that I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Gmail, and now I'm going to click on create. So as I did that, now I have arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. Basically, trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation and integration will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So here, action is an automated response of your trigger application, and in a workflow, you can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So here, as my use case suggests, that is to send thousands of emails with Gmail. So here let's assume that I have a supermart and I maintain my customer data in a Google Sheet. So here my objective is to send a special Saturday sale email to my customers on every Saturday. So now to do this process automatically, we are going to build a simple integration and automation by using Pabbly Connect. So here, as my objective is to send an email on every Saturday to my customers. So here I'm going to use schedule by Pabbly as my trigger application. So schedule by Pabbly is a feature built inside Pabbly Connect which helps us with how often we want to run our workflow. So now moving here, as I want to send this email on every Saturday, so here I'm going to select days of the week, and now I'm going to select the day as Saturday. So here once I've selected the day as Saturday, now I need to select the time for the mail at which it should be sent. So here I'm going to set it as 10:25 a.m. So here I've set the day as Saturday and the time is 10:25 a.m. So now my objective is that on every Saturday, an email regarding the sale that we have should be sent to my customers whose data I have mentioned in my Google Sheets. So the first step of this automation is done. That was to select the day on which I want to send the email and the time at which I want to send it. So here I've selected the day as Saturday and the time is 10:25 a.m. So now moving further, coming to my action window, as I've got the details of my customers in a Google Sheet. So here in my action window, Google Sheet will be my action application, and the action event will be to get rows. So why I'm selecting get rows over here? Because this here is my Google Sheet which I've created. So here you can see that it consists of two columns. One is of the name and the second is of email ID. So scrolling down here, you can see that these are the details of my customers which I've added in this Google Sheet. And now I want to send an email regarding the sale to these customers. So here in Pabbly Connect, what I'm going to do is, as I've selected my action application and the action events, now I want to send an email to these customers. So over here in this next action window, I'm going to use Gmail as my action application, and here it is. And now the action event will be to send email. So over here, by selecting the send email option, it will allow me to send an email to my customers. So now as I've selected my action applications and the trigger application, so moving forward in this workflow. So as I've selected my trigger application and here I've mentioned the day and the time as well. So now moving ahead to Google Sheets. So over here in this action step of mine, I'm using Google Sheets as the action application and the action event as to get rows. So I want to fetch the details from the rows from my Google Sheet. So here firstly now to do this, I need to establish a connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect. So now I'm going to add a new connection. So to do that, I just have to sign in with my Google account. So here I'm going to click on allow as this is a secure access. And you can see that the authorization is successful. Here Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now moving to the select spreadsheet and the select sheet part. So here this is the Google Sheet I've created by the name of customers data. It consists only of 2 columns, that is of name and email ID, and it consists only of 1 sheet. So here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to select the spreadsheet as customers data. And you can see that the selected sheet is automatically sheet 1. So now moving to the range. Here I need to enter the range of the sheet like till where I want to cover this Google Sheet which I've just selected above. So I'm going to take it to my Google Sheet. Over here you can see that the range will be from A2 till B250. So here in Pabbly Connect I'm going to mention the range as A2 and B250. So here I've mentioned the range. So this is the covered range that I've mentioned. So now over here, I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see that I have received the response, but it is in a very distorted manner. So now here I will go to the simple response button and I'm going to turn it to advanced response. So here once again, I'm going to click on save and send test request. So now here you can see that I have received the response, but it is in array format. So now to get it in proper key and value format, what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to click on this add action step. And now over here, I'm going to use iterator by Pabbly. So iterator by Pabbly will help me to change this array format into key and value format. So here the action event will be to process the arrays. So now I'm going to click on connect. So over here you can see that it has already selected the response that is received above. So here I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see that I have received a response. So here is the name, here is the email ID, and here is the row index. So you can check it from your Google Sheet as well. Let me just take you to above. Over here, you can see that the name is dummy user. Here is the email ID and the row index is 2. So here at Pabbly Connect, you can see that we have got the response in a proper key and value format. So now as I want to send a sale related email to my customers, so to do that, here I will go to this action step of Gmail and send email. So here I'm going to click on connect. So now to add a new connection, I will go to connect with Gmail. And here I've selected my Gmail account and I'm going to click on allow as this is a secure access. So here you can see that the authorization is successful. Gmail and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now moving to the email addresses. So here I'm going to map the email address that I've received from the response. So basically mapping is to insert the data from previous step. So here I've mapped the email ID. Now moving to the sender name, that will be Sam Supermart. So this is the name of my supermart and here I am mentioning it as the sender name. Moving to the email subject. So here I've mentioned the email subject as Saturday BOGO sale is live. Now moving to the email content. So now here this is the email content that I've added. So this is what I want to send in the email body. So here after dear I want to mention the name of the customer. So I'm going to map the name of the customer from the response that I've received. So as I've mapped the details, this method of mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response with new data, so that data can be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this workflow would have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So to avoid that problem, we map the information. So now scrolling down, here I'm simply going to click on Save and Send Test Request. So here you can see that I have received a response and this here is a positive one. So the response result status is sent. That means the sale email which I wanted to send to my customers has been sent successfully. So now let me take you to the email which would have been sent to my customers. So this here is the email, here is the subject, here is the sender name as Sam Supermart. Here after dear you can see that the name of the customer is mentioned, and over here you can see the content, and over here is the regards. That means the sale email which I wanted to send to my customers has been sent successfully. So this integration and automation is a successful one. Now every Saturday an email will be sent to my customers regarding the Saturday sale. So here by using Schedule by Pabbly, I have made sure that this workflow should run every Saturday, and I've mentioned the details of my customers in a Google Sheet from where I'm getting the details to send the email. So now by using Iterator by Pabbly, I get the response in proper key and value format once I've received that, and then an email is sent to my customers every Saturday. So this automation and integration is a successful one.
Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubts regarding Pabbly, reach us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can visit us at forum.pabbly.com. If you have any pricing related query, you can visit this link. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.